Yo, what's good? So, I got relatively good news. If you're a fan of Demetrius Andrade, then you'll be stoked. Kind of like me. I'm stoked about this. He's back October 21st, and he will be fighting at middleweight. Now, I found out something that I didn't know before. He's actually the WBA junior middleweight champion, and he won it in March. That kind of blew my mind a little bit because I didn't know that was a title fight. I didn't know who he was fighting. I still don't know. The name's right in front of me, but I don't really care to mention it because that fight was extremely insignificant for me. He hadn't fought in a while, and he came back, and that fight, I'm not even sure if it was televised or not. I don't remember watching it at all. But that fight was a title fight, apparently. But forget that. Andrade is back, and he's a middleweight, and he's fighting on HBO. Why is that good news? HBO has Golovkin, Canelo, Daniel Jacobs now, and David Lemieux. I know some of you guys get annoyed by how I mention Lemieux's name, but I once heard someone say that's how you mention it. So that's how I say it to entertain myself and hopefully to entertain you guys once in a while. But he's going to fight a guy named, I had his name right here, Alantez Fox. Now, there's not much that I know about Fox, but he's 23-0, 23-0-1, and he's 6'4". So that's a tall middleweight right there. Taller than Tommy Hearns, to give you an idea. You got a tall middleweight. Andrade is very talented, but that should give him trouble. That will definitely give him trouble. But he signed with HBO. This is the first of a multi-fight deal. Boxing Scene and Ring TV weren't really specific about how many fights are on the deal, but it's part of a multi-fight deal. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this because not only is Andrade back, one of the most talented fighters alive today, but he's back and he signed a multi-fight deal that he must fight now. So I hope we could get him fighting against Daniel Jacobs or David Lemieux by the end of this year or by next year. Please, boxing gods. Those are good fights right there. Now, this will be part of a triple header. Jazreel Corrales will be defending his title against a guy named Machado, and also a bantamweight fight will take place on that night. It's part of an HBO Boxing After Dark triple header. So that seems like a good night of boxing on HBO. But the big news is, of course, I've said it, Andrade is back. Now, I don't mind fighters with this style. I'm actually a fan of fighters with this style. What I do mind actually is when they waste talent. They squander their talent. Like a Mayweather and an Andre Ward, where they don't fight for freaking years like he has. Andrade has squandered a big part of his career. Yes, he hasn't fought a lot in recent years. But I'm really hoping, and I'm very excited about this deal because it forces him to fight one of the best pure athletes in the game, pure boxers. He was a 2008 Olympian. Let's get it. Andrade, please prove to the boxing world that you could be the best, one of the best in the game.